everybody. She is a TV reporter and a parenting expert who is passionate about teaching kindness to our kids. Please welcome back the founder of Care Fair LA, our good friend, Donna Tetreault. Welcome, Donna.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
It's so good to see you
I love
guys.
that you created this Care Fair thing, and teaching kindness to kids is very important to you. Why?
Really important, because right now research is showing us that empathy is down and peer cruelty is up.
Wow.
And it's obvious. I mean, if you look at some of the research, you could see that between 2003 and 2007, bullying has elevated to 52%.
Oh my God, they gave me such
Yeah. So there's really this need to teach our children how to be kind, and we can't just count on school to do it. We have to do it in the home as parents. And what I try to tell my kids is, and if you think about it in this simple way, we teach our kids and we tell them to practice sports. We tell them to practice their violin or their piano. We tell them to do homework. That's practicing school. So why aren't we practicing kindness every day?
100%.
And so this is what we need to do. And I just think that if you can get your kids at the fundamental foundation level, you can grow this empathy. That's the thing. We're not born with a fixed amount of empathy. We can grow it.
Sure. What I love about it, though, too, is once you give, you get what you give. And I tell my kids that, and they get in return kindness. They'll get back. In fact, the other day, Julie told me that she went to somewhere with my youngest Avery, and she said, you know, he opened the door for me every place we walked in. And I'm like, well, I didn't teach him that. I don't know where he got that from.
Sweet.
But it's true. I mean, he's 14, but I mean, that's just doing that.
Absolutely.
So if we're going to do this, you're like, I'm going to get behind this, and I'm going to build something for everybody to come and see. It was Care Fair LA.
Yes.
What I mean, when I heard you did this,
success.
I can't believe the work that you put into behind something like this, and it's got to feel great that it turned out to be such a success. What is it?
So Care Fair LA is an event to teach kindness, compassion, and inclusion. And so basically, I wanted to teach this in a festival-like environment. And so what I was thinking was we were going to have food trucks and booths that are interactive for kids, and we were going to have performances and bring this all together to have this curriculum, if you will, kindness curriculum in this festival-like environment. And so basically, you know, one of the booths was children mending hearts. And so this gives kids the ability to walk up to this booth, because this organization helps kids help other kids. So there were these kids that obviously were affected in Puerto Rico by the hurricane. So they brought supplies, Children Mending Hearts brought supplies to make bracelets for these kids in Puerto Rico. So the kids would walk up to the booth, make the bracelet, write a little note, and then Mending Hearts is going to send that off to. So there's
sweet.
all these different.
That's making me
I know.
That is amazing.
And the kids were excited and involved, and they knew that they had the power to help other people.
Sure.
We also had performances there, and this was really important because when you talk about inclusion, you need to really get your kids exposure to different people.
Yes.
And so we had children with autism who were singing and dancing, and kids were seeing that, okay, well, they might be a little bit different from me, but you know what? They can sing, they can dance, and we can all be together and value other people. And so those were some of the things that we were doing at Care Fair, and it was just
a huge success. This was only the first year. It's going to grow and become bigger and bigger and bigger. I am so happy to see that you're doing this.
I'm hoping so. And this year we're planning already for November, and we do it around World Kindness Day, so that it kind of fits in with.
And it gets them off of social media.
Yes.
It's the engagement of playing with other kids, but
Connecting.
playing. Yes.
Right. The social media is a lot of where the bullying and the exclusion occurs.
Yes.
You have two adorable sons.
Jackson and Asher.
And they're growing up so quickly, by the way.
Yeah.
But you say it's very important for you to teach them to practice kindness every day. So how do we teach our kids to practice kindness every day?
Yeah, and I think that might come across as, oh my gosh, so we've got to, you
One
know,
more
go
thing,
to the homeless shelter and do
Every
this
day.
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that if you just do little seeds of kindness. So an example might be when I drop my kids off in the line for school, there's parents or teachers who are opening that door and then letting them out. You need to say thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not there to serve you.
Right.
Thank you. These are simple, small things. If I'm cooking dinner and they come in from baseball or whatever they're doing and it's on the table and there's no mention of, oh, thanks, Mom, or this was good, or there's kind of like, ugh, we're having this tonight. It's a gentle reminder.
Yes.
So what do you think I've been doing all this time?
Right, exactly.
Might you want to say thank you, Mom?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's these
I like the gentle reminder.
Well, instead of saying, well, what do you want? You want to be gentle about it. You want to model kindness,
Right.
of course.
And a bit of sarcasm.
Right.
That doesn't hurt.
Right. So these little things are good to do with your kids.
Yeah, and well, so I have a 4-year-old son and a 4-month-old baby, so he's not there yet. But that's my mission as a mom is to put a good human out there.
Yes.
And I just did an advent calendar that talks about
Beautiful.
random acts of kindness to do for 25 days coming up to Christmas. But what is something I can do with him during the year, like during tomorrow?
So tomorrow, here's an idea that we did with the boys for their birthday party. You know how you get those little goodie bags? Parents put these little bags together and they hand them out to the kids for coming. So what I wanted my kids to know is to recognize that your friend came to support your birthday party, so let's write a little compliment to your friend. Let's make a specialized goodie bag. So all of the goodie bags are the same. I put the silly string and the candy and all that kind of stuff in. But I asked my boys to put a little card. And so you can see there. And they have to write it themselves. So this was, I think, for Emily. And Jackson wrote, "You are really smart." And so he's seen other people. It's not just about Jackson. And you are a fast runner.
I love that.
I would have loved that one.
That's so
That would have been awesome.
I'll give you a note today after the show that
Fast
says you're a
runner.
fast runner.
Mark.
So
Thank you, Shirley. I'm fast.
So these little compliments are you're helping your children connect with other kids. You want to build friendships and you want them to see their friends for who they are.
You also have some really great ways of getting the kids to give back to the homeless without giving money on the street.
Yes. So it's, one of those things where you're driving off the off-ramp, the freeway, or you're at the market and you see somebody out there. And my kids always want to give money. Mommy, will you give some money? So we have to have that conversation that we don't always know where that money is going to go.
Right.
Is that really going to help them? So how can we really help them? So what we do, we've been working with the homeless for about 5 years, me and the boys, because since they were in preschool, and that's why I really believe fundamentally the foundation has to be built. But we just put these little bags together, and it's just stuff, anything that they might need. Toothpaste, toothbrush, floss, deodorant. And
Soap.
I ask my kids, if you see somebody that you want to give that to, and so we keep it in my car, and if they see somebody, what I ask them to do is hand it to that person, look them in the eye, and say something kind. Whatever you want to say. And usually it's like, have a good day.
Aww.
And, the response is really good because these people will say thank you or God bless you. And so,
True, Donna.
so I think that it's something that we have to really teach our kids. It's something that
So important.
You know what? It's something that some adults could
Yes.
use to learn as
Yeah.
well. The
Right.
world needs this right now.
Yes.
Thank you
If you
so
would like
much.
to learn more, go to hallmarkchannel.com. We'll have information there and how you can get a hold of Donna on her social media pages. They're on the screen.
You guys come on back. More with the family now.